Really understand what we were saying very much, but I can tell you one thing. They definitely felt the spirit that came over that place when we started singing that song. And the amazing thing is that in that song, it talks about His amazing grace and what that can do in someone's life. And these people had never heard about the word grace before. You see, in that dark place, that very, very dark place, where over 2 million people were killed in the killing fields between 1975 and 1979, it really still has struck them, where there's a dark cloud hovering over them, where Buddhism and Hinduism is really all that they've ever heard of. And so we went over there 2 years ago, and we partnered with a ministry that has broadcasted the gospel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in their native language, the Cambodia. And on the weekends, guess what they play for an hour? Gospel music, just like you're hearing it here tonight. Now, I say all of that to say that this little 3-inch speaker that is hand cranked on kinetic energy is being distributed in places where there's no running water many times and no electricity. And we give these to families with a little goodie bag that has a track in it. It has a Coca-Cola. It has a couple of candy bars for their family. And we give them this radio. And guess what? We actually have to show them how to turn it on because they've never seen any piece of technology at all. To you and I, this is very antiquated. It's a radio. It's a radio. To them, this is their lifeline to something called hope. And that 3-inch speaker is a light, just like it provides a light here in dark nights when they're listening to the gospel, quite possibly for the first time. We have over 40 different ministries getting radio sponsored on a weekly basis. We have a team of people in Cambodia not only distributing these radios, but reaching people with the gospel. And I'll be very honest with you here, folks, tonight. We've distributed over 20,000 radios. 20,000 radios. People are now hearing the gospel. Isn't that awesome? Of the 11 million people in this country called Cambodia, there's still millions of people that we have not reached in these remote villages with these radios. So I want you to pray about something tonight. Think about getting one of these radios into a family in one of these villages. They gather around it, 10, 15, 20 people listening at one time. You're not just giving for one radio for life change with one person. This is a very powerful ministry. And if you'll consider partnering with us tonight for a love gift of $50 to get one of these radios over there, I'm going to give you one of the Northman's new CDs absolutely free. It just came out this week. And that's just our way of saying thank you for helping us get the gospel out there. And I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking $50 may be a lot of money, and I understand that. But there's some of you here sitting tonight that $50 is not that much money, and you might be able to do one or more. It was just right before COVID, I did one of these presentations, and somebody came up and gave us $10,000 to get radios over there. You see, folks, we're very privileged here tonight. I know it's very easy for us to get down and out about what's going on in our backyard, and guess what? It's not good. It's not good. This is a hard time for all of us. But let me tell you, folks, you've heard the name Jesus, and there's a lot of people who haven't heard the gospel at all yet. So please pray about partnering with us. I'll be back there with Shouter Brothers and the Northman table. And so just pray about that if you would. It's Power of Grace Radio, and we would love for you to be a part of that, okay? So this family, I look at you all and I see so much joy. The complete polar opposite of what I saw in Cambodia, where they had no hope. And you guys have so much joy and hope